Let's go right into this outfit. It's a two-piece outfit, and it's very beautiful. Now let's dissect the top. Okay, watch the top closely. Now first and foremost, the top is a built-up collar. Okay, can you see? It's a built-up collar. It's not a bishop collar. Look at it properly. It's built up. Okay, that is the collar and the bodies are cut together, just like you cut your sleeve together with the shoulder. That's the way this one was cut. The collar and the bodies was cut together. That's built. It's called built up collar. So today we'll be making this beautiful built up top, and we are going to see how it's been done. Now observe the top very well. One, it has built up collar. Two, there are some ruched on the shoulder. Okay, now the ruched, that's what I mean by ruched is gathering. Look at it properly on the shoulder. You see that it's a little bit gathered. One is more pronounced than the other. The person that sent this picture told me, oh mama, I see that one side was ruched. No, the two sides is ruched, but it's just that one side is more pronounced than the other. Okay, now you cannot do that this style without cutting on pattern. Yes, you can use your free hand, but I don't like using free hand for styles like this, because if you use free hand, it might just come out anyhow. Okay, so I'll be plotting it on a pattern paper for you to see how easy it is. Okay, why do you want to go through all the stress when you can just cut your fabric on your pattern paper and just transfer it to your fabric? Very simple. I know. Now the third point to note about this is the way the down part of the top was cut. Okay, you can see that slit. We'll be talking about all this because of that ruched shoulder. Had it been the ruched shoulder is the same, the two shoulders are the same type of ruching, okay, I would have said cut the way we used to cut before. But because the two shoulders were ruched differently, okay, that is why, to show you how to make it, that is why I'm going to be placing this pattern on fold here. It will be placed on fold here, not the one I will tell you, oh, it's on fold like this. No, I will place this pattern on fold because okay, so my borderline first. Okay, today we are not going to be using the standard 3x3 neckline measurement. Okay, we are going to be using the exact neck measurement for this person, and the exact neck measurement is gotten. Please, next time when sending your styles for illustration, please do well to send your measurement. I would have loved to be using your measurement to talk as I'm talking, so that it will be easier for you to understand. But then I know that if you follow what I'm doing very well, you will understand. To get your perfect neck measurement is bust divided by 12. Whatever you get, you mark it here. Okay, you still come down and you mark it somewhere around here. Okay, now you are going to connect. Okay, there's something I want to teach us today. Now to mark this neck, that if you don't have the ruler, I want to show you how to do it now. That will make it very easy for you. Now whatever you marked here, okay, whatever you marked here, right, take it again and mark it here. Okay, and then you are going to connect like so. You are going to connect it like so. Now you place your tape roll around here and measure 1 inch. Okay, when you measure 1 inch, now you connect it like so. Let it be a guide. This will be a guide. Okay, this dot that you marked here, this 1 inch you marked here, is going to be like a guide for you, right? Now the back is not supposed to be this deep, so you are just going by 1 inch for the back. Okay, you are just going by 1 inch for the back. Don't worry, just watch what I am doing. I'm just going into all the details so everybody gets to follow. So now after doing all this, I'm going to be applying my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches, and I will still come down here. Okay, I will still come down here and apply my 8 inches. Okay, then I will connect like so. This is my shoulder depth. This is my shoulder depth. I will still be measuring it again here, okay, to make sure that I'm on the same line. Okay, and I'll connect like so. Okay, I will be coming down by 1 inch. Okay, I'll be coming down by 1 inch, and then I will connect like so. Okay, I will connect like so, and then here, just the way we used to do it, you are going to get the midpoint. Please, my voice, I'm having issues with cough, and I don't know if my voice is going to be clear, but please bear with me. Okay, so I'll be coming in by 1/2 inch, and then on that 1/2 inch I will connect like so. Now I have to impute my horizontal measurement. Okay, so this is for my bust line. Okay, this is for my bust line, and then this is for my waistline. Okay, this is for my waistline. Now when you look at that top very well, it didn't get up to the hip area. Okay, just a little bit above the hip area, and my hip area for this person is 25. Okay, but I won't get to that hip. I'll just make it 25, so that by the time I bend the allowance, I'll be getting maybe like 23. Okay, so I'll be marking 25 right here. Okay, and then please do well to make the markings two places, so that your line can be straight. Make your bust line. Okay, then this is my waistline. Okay, then this is my hem area, which is the hem area of the top. Okay, so now if you look at it properly, you will see that the dart on that top, if you like, you can make your own princess dart. I like putting princess dart in my tops, so that the beauty will come out. I will suggest you add princess dart, but on this particular top, if you look at the chest area very well, you see it's not a princess dart. Okay, you see it's not a princess dart. So I will apply but I want to make mine princess dart. Now let's finish with the measurements. Before we finish with the measurements, okay, let's apply our dart. Now this is my bust span. I mark it here. This is my bust span again. I mark it here. This is my bust span again. I mark it here, and then I connect. And then I connect. Now I'm going to be connecting it to the center line of the armhole. Right now, the only thing I'm going to do here is mark 1 inch below the bust area, and then on the waistline I will remove 1/2 inch. On the back side, on this side, I will remove 1/2 inch, and then I will connect it. I will connect it like so. Okay, please remember that for the back pattern, okay, for the back I like making my videos short because of time, but I know that whatever I say here, if you apply it that way, you'll be good. But if at the end of the day you apply it and it's not good, let me know in the comment section, and I will trace how you made the mistake. Okay, now because the princess dart is not supposed to be that much, you can just make it 1/2 inch around this area, 1/2 inch again around this area, then 1 inch before you get to the bust line. Okay, now you will connect your lines like so. Why I keep repeating myself on this, then make sure that there's no sharp curve. Okay, now on this last line, okay, you will extend this last line. Okay, because you remove 1/2 inch from here and 1/2 inch from here, you are going to be extending this last line, which is 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch, you're making 1 inch. You mark that 1 inch here, and this is going to be your new hemline. Okay, so now you can impute every other thing, and every other thing goes together. Now I keep repeating myself because this is YouTube. People stumble on your video. Okay, if you are a new person and you stumble on my video, and I say, okay, because I've taught you how to make princess dart before, I'm not going to say it again. Now if the new person stumbles on this video, the person will not understand. So that's why I like brush through again, so that even if it's a new person that is new to my channel that stumbles on this video, the person will be able to pick up easily. So now the next thing for us to do is to apply our circumference measurement. So bust circumference divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance, you are going to mark it, and this is mine here. waist circumference divided by 4 plus whatever you measure here, measure this place, whatever you got here, plus your 2 inches allowance. I have measured mine and it is here. Okay, now for the hem area, style at this hem area, this is where you determine that style at the hem area. Okay, now that style at the hem area, if you look at it very well, look at the way it was, you will see that it is the measurement that was here on the waistline that was brought down. They didn't use the measurement of the hip, they used the measurement of the waist area. That is why when you got to this place, you found out that it just went straight, and that was why it opened, because the hip is going to open it. You didn't use the measurement of the hip. Okay, if it is closed, if that slit is closed, that means they use the measurement of the hip. But for it to be opened that way, the measurement that they use for this area is smaller than the hip, is smaller than the measurement of that area. Okay, so I will bring down the measurement of this waist area to this place, and whatever I got is this. Now you are going to do waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance, okay, plus whatever you get here, and you will have something like this. It's going to be straight. Okay, it's going to be straight. Now this same measurement you have here is what you are going to still impute here. So whatever I have here is what I'm still going to be imputing here, and I have something like this. So I can now cover out my armhole. Okay, and this is what I have. Make sure that you don't have any curve, any sharp curve. Okay, everything must be smoothened out. Okay, so this is it for the down part of the top. Now for the neckline, now we come to the neckline. Okay, we come to the neckline. If you look at it properly, you will see that that neckline is built up. All this that we used is not needed. I just explained this, like I said, for freshers on my channel. All this area we used is not needed because the neckline went up. Okay, so that means we are going to be extending this. If you look at it properly, you will see that it is not too high. So 1 inch is okay for that build up. So now we are going to be extending this our neckline upwards to 1 inch. Okay, now we will come to this side on the shoulder line and measure 2 inches. When you measure 2 inches, my 2 inches is around here. Okay, now you are going to be curving out. You are going to be curving out like so. Okay, for this you are going to be curving out like so. Okay, that is all. When you get to this place, from here to here you measure, and I got 5 inch. When you come to this edge here, you are going to come down by ½ inch. So if I got 5 inches here, I'll be making here 4.5 inches. Okay, I'll be making here 4.5 inches. The reason is I want this my neckline to be slightly curved. I don't want it to be straight. Okay, this is it. This is, guys, this is practically all that is needed. Okay, now you cut it out. It's either you apply your sewing allowance here or you apply it on your fabric. Let me just cut out here. Now I'll be cutting out that now. Okay, I'll be cutting it out, but there's something I will show you later. In cutting a sleeveless top like what we are seeing, you are going to reduce this shoulder by ½ inch. Bring it in by ½ inch. Okay, bring it in by ½ inch. Now when you bring it in by ½ inch, you will do this after you have cut on your fabric and you have joined it together. You have joined this part to this side. Now when you've joined it to this side, that everything is now looking this way. Okay, that everything is now looking this way. You are going to trim out ½ inch from here. Okay, after you have cut on your fabric and you have joined, okay, you are going to trim out ½ inch. If you do not trim out this ½ inch, your shoulder will not balance like what you are seeing in that screen. Okay, you are going to trim out ½ inch from this side all through way down. Trim out 1/2 inch so that it will look a little bit shapely. Okay, now I'm going to be cutting out my patterns. Now when I open it up, I will have something like this. Open it, I have something like this. You can see that your neckline is already built up. Okay, you can see that your neckline is already perfect. The same thing you did for the front is what you are going to do for the back, but just that the only difference is that for the back pattern, okay, this dart will not be, if you like, don't make it princess dart, you can just take it up, but make sure that it gets up onto this area. Okay, make sure it gets to this area where your own dart stopped. Okay, just make it a straight line, that's all, and remove 1/2 inch. That is all for the back. The back does not have problem. Okay, except for what you are going to do to the shoulder here, also do it for the back. But you can as well decide not to do it for the back. You can as well decide that ruch should be for only the front. But if you ask me, I prefer that whatever you did for the front, please also do it for the back pattern. Now let's go over to the ruched part of our job. Now this is the sides. We don't have problem with this. We are going to set this aside. Okay, now to create that ruch, if you observe, the ruch is more pronounced around this shoulder than this one. Okay, it's more pronounced around this shoulder than this one. Now look at what you are going to do here. Just slant. Okay, you slant it. Do you understand? And then one. Now this one is not really that much, so we are going to do this way. Okay, we'll be slashing all through. Okay, and then we take it this way. Okay, and then we take it again this way. Now the reason for this particular leg that we attached, you are going to see it now. That's why I said manipulate whatever you want to manipulate on your pattern paper, so when you now transfer to your fabric, okay, it will be easy for you. But before you spread, you will measure from here to here with your tape rule. Okay, I will measure this place. Okay, I will measure it, and for my measurement, keep your tape rule standing, not bent like this. The reason why you will not keep it standing is so that you can curve. If you keep it straight like this, it cannot curve. Okay, but if you stand it straight like this, then you can curve it anyhow you want, because this our built up collar now is curved now, so we need to follow it. So now I'm going to place this tape rule like so. Okay, I'm going to place this tape rule like so, and then I will measure. And where I stood this tape rule, I got 3.5 inches. Okay, so now the essence of measuring it, you know, they say the two sides is the same measurement. So the essence of measuring it is, by the time I spread this thing, this side, no matter how wide I spread it, okay, no matter how wide I'm going to be spreading it, by the time I spread it, no matter how wide, okay, it should still, on your fabric, you should still pull it together to make it 3.5. Okay, now no matter how I spread this a little, I should be able to still bring it back to 3.5. Do you understand? So now I will take it, I will place it on another pattern paper. Okay, and this time around, as I'm placing it, I'm not going to be placing it on fold again. Okay, I'm not going to place it on fold. I will be placing it open. Okay, you can see I will place it open, and then I spread. Now look at the spreading. The spreading is not that much. Okay, the spreading is not that much. Okay, but it's just that this particular part of the spreading must be wider than this one. Okay, so I will use your sellotape to hold it down. Okay, now I will spread just a little, just a little, just a little. or just use your own discretion. Okay, use your own discretion. Be creative about whatever you are doing. Okay, be creative about whatever you are doing. Guys, so this is it. Now when you measure this one again, okay, when you measure it again, I now have almost 5 inches. So when I cut it on my fabric, when I cut out this one, I'll cut it out. Let's cut it out. Now you see that this side is longer than this side, okay? But all in all of them must come back to 3.5. So you are going to pleat this side until it gets to 3.5. You will also pleat this side until it gets to 3.5, and then you now cut out on your fabric. To cut this out on your fabric separately, and then you are going to join your fabric together. You will join everything together. Now after joining it together, you are going to trim out. Okay, you are going to trim. Remember to trim out 1/2 inch from this area. Let's go ahead and cut it out on our fabric, and let's see. When placing the center, okay, you will place it like so. Okay, I tried to use 2 different fabrics so that we can see clearly. Okay, so you can see you will join this one to this one, join this one to this one, then you pleat here, okay, and pleat here, and make sure it comes to that 3.5 inches. So let's go ahead and go and do it now, and then I'll show you. Okay, this is exactly what I mean. Okay, I don't want to disturb myself joining it because I want to believe that people understand. Now for the built-up neckline, remember I used only 1 inch. You can use 2 inches, you can use 3 inches. Mine is just 1 inch, because if you look at the top we are making, the collar didn't really come up that much. 1 inch or 1.5 inch coming up is enough for that collar. Okay, now secondly, I have already pleated my shoulder line to 3.5. okay, you can see that this one is more pleated than this is. That's just all what happened there. At the end of the day, you join your 2 sides. Now when you join your 2 sides, don't worry about the slit. And the slit ordinarily will form that opening. Okay, the opening your own opening should come up to like the waist area, and that is practically all about the style. So if the person that requested for this tutorial, if you are not still clear and you want me to go ahead and cut it on fabric, put it on the comment section or chat me up on WhatsApp. If you need me to make an illustration for you on any style you're finding difficult, just chat me up on 09033234908. That's my WhatsApp line. Okay, so when you chat me up, I'll be able to do it for you. It's totally free of charge, guys. Free of charge. I'm not charging anything. But if you want the fabric cutting, that one is at my master class. Because most times I have to pay for the instruments, for the materials I use for the illustration. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.